What it do, what it does. It's your boy OG though. We back with another video. You know what I'm saying? Brought to us by none other than Fantastic Hip Hop. While Joey Badass is already looking, not looking, but losing the Kendrick Lamar beef. And we already seen Ray Vaughn with his response. If y'all haven't seen it, I do have a video about that. I just posted that earlier or yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. However this comes out, I'm gonna say yesterday. But definitely go check it out. If y'all new to the channel, man, definitely feel free to drop a sub, man, drop a like. You know what I'm saying? We post on the daily over here. We post on the daily around here. You know what I'm saying? We would love to have you a part of this OG gang. And I promise you that sub button is free 99. It don't cost you a dime. All it do cost you is a little bit of your time. Literally a little bit. Just a boop, boop. Hit the notification bell, hit them likes, man, run it up. Let's get this channel up there, man. We trying to get to our first 100 subs. And it all starts with y'all. And it all starts with you. So let's do it, man. Let's run it up, man. Join the OG game, man. Come be a fellow OG. I know you're an OG out there. Stop playing. But yeah, without further ado, let's get right into the video, man. Fantastic Hip Hop. Why Joey Badass is already losing the Kendrick Lamar beef, which I don't think he had a chance to win it in the first place. But let's see.
Again for Kendrick Lamar, after being thrown into another rap beef where not just his skills as an MC, but the impact and effect he is having on the entirety of hip-hop culture and where he is from was in question. Before we even got any official response from Kendrick himself, he has shown once again that just his presence and seemingly his silence in these times where he has been called out and dissed is really more powerful than most rappers' words ever are in the first place.
Right.
Because before Kendrick has even come out and responded to Joey Badass's track, The Ruler Is Back, where he was going after the king of rap more than anybody else. Joey has seemingly already lost this beef against Kendrick because based on where the two MCs are at in their careers and with the type of disses Joey threw out, what we have just seen is that Kendrick did not even flinch from this moment and will not be doing anything to respond directly to Joey as right now after everything he went through in 2024.
Flinched? I don't think he batted an eye, blinked, or even gave it a listen, or even gave it a look. He probably just said, oh, he said what? All right. And then Ray Vaughn popped out. Go check out the video.
Kendrick is seemingly way more focused on moments like his Super Bowl halftime show and finishing his next major album.
Facts.
So instead of getting involved in another rap beef at this point, Kendrick decided to do something different, as after officially giving his beat from his G&X track, The Heart Part 6, to the label he was a part of for decades and still works super closely with in Top Dog Entertainment, Kendrick and the crew who he has dominated the rap landscape with for over a decade decided to put Joey in the place they think he deserves to be in by not having Kendrick, Schoolboy Q, J-Rock, or Absol respond to Joey over this beat, but instead of having one of their top guys go against Joey, they are using this diss from the other side of the hip-hop world as a moment to push one of their new MCs in the limelight so he can develop as a writer and competitor with none other than Ray Vaughn, who just officially released a Joey diss track directly from TDE's pages and over Kendrick's beat titled Crashed Out Heritages. And with this track, from how Ray clapped back at Joey and other people who have been disrespecting Kendrick and the West Coast non-stop, to also just the fact that Kendrick thought Joey's diss, which was mostly aimed at him, was so weak that they are now letting a new MC handle the job of closing out this beef against who is supposed to be the current king of New York. It's pretty clear that Joey is already losing this beef, as he is not even being welcomed at the table with the other top tier MCs. And now before we get any further into all of this,
that's how you sun somebody, bro. That's how you do somebody. They taking shots, you don't even acknowledge them. You just like, PM. I'm not even about to worry about you. You're not at this table. I'm gonna let the little bro handle you, man. I'm not about to play with you. I'm gonna let little bro handle you. I'm not about to do that with you. That's how you sun somebody. That's more disrespectful than you actually saying something with your words, for sure, for sure. You just let, hey, bro, I got my little brother to handle you. And don't get it twisted. Ray Vaughn is not one to play with. Ray Vaughn is definitely one of them ones. That's the reason why he signed to TDE after K-Dot. And I always say that when Kendrick left, Ray Vaughn was the one to replace Kendrick. Of course, he's not of his stature, not stature, but of his magnitude when it comes to being an artist, because they're on two different levels. Kendrick in a league of his own. But that is a damn good pickup. I don't even want to say replacement, but damn good pickup after he left, man, because that boy tough. If y'all don't know who it is, get familiar with him. That boy's tough, man.
welcomed at the table with the other top tier MCs. And now before we get any further into all of this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And so with this beef between Kendrick and the West and Joey and the East, which is already being settled right as we speak, while before Ray Vaughn even released an official diss track from TDE, other West Coast MCs like Daylight and Jason Martin released tracks where they were responding to the statements Joey made and were trying to prove everything he said in the rumors back to be just flat out wrong. Out of all these responses, Ray is the one, for at least now, who is ending this beef between Joey and Kendrick, because unless Joey comes back from this track with another diss or with an entire project that is going to put his name on the map like it hasn't been in years, well then things are already over. Because in a genre and space like hip-hop, and in this time where things are at their most competitive, what we all now see is clear is that from Kendrick Lamar to even Tyler the Creator to all of the other TDE MCs like J-Rock, Schoolboy, and Absol, they believe that this diss and statement Joey was making was so weak and just blatantly wrong that they didn't even respect it enough to give it a proper response, and instead are just using this moment as a chance to let a newer MC on their roster just shine and build his platform while strengthening his pen in this moment of competition. And as Ray Vaughn glides over this Kendrick beat as good as somebody else can, between his confidence and bravado going against somebody of Joey's stature, and of course with his disses, which question why he is doing this exactly in this moment now.
That was probably one of the hardest lines, because the only badass the world was recognizing is Boosie. I'm from the South, so that's the main and one of probably the only badass that we really just recognize like that. There's some other people that got that in their name, but as far as what the world recognizes and who we down here in the South recognize mainly when it comes to something badass, it's definitely Boosie. Definitely Boosie. That's an absolute fact.
And then building this diss out even more, he also calls out other people who keep trying to take down Kendrick's name like OVO Mal, and connects this disdain they have for Kendrick by pointing out that people like him are from the East as well, which then just adding to the wordplay and showing how skilled Ray is. Everything he is tying together does a great job referencing back to Euphoria, and specifically the sentiments Kendrick was saying there about how people just don't like the West Coast, which now Joey is clearly a part of. And so overall, with all of these different aspects, which really makes for a compelling lyrical performance, Ray does a masterful job at taking these people who are standing against Kendrick, and then placing them within a corner of hip-hop where it seems like they don't want the best for the genre, and only want what's best for themselves. And by managing to group and connect Joey to someone as delusional and bitter about all of Kendrick's success as OVO Mal of all people, this was both a hilarious and clever way to not just make Joey look weak, but also to show off the type of impact the East Coast has been leaving as a whole when it comes to what's going on in this moment in time. And really, no matter how you want to look at this situation, as Joey tried to enter this year by saying the East Coast is back and that this time around was going to be their moment, while also questioning everything Kendrick and the West have been doing and the real impact of it all. And then in response to this, from Jason Martin, Daylight, and Ray Vaughn,
I heard Daylights, a piece of Daylights. I need to go listen to Problems. Jason Martin.
All releasing response tracks to both prove that what Kendrick Lamar has done to unify the region is not a lie, and that moments like his pop-out concert have changed entire careers. And also that in terms of a region having great lyricists, MCs, and hip-hop artists in general, there is no place that matches where they are at. Altogether, just from their actions alone, these artists have really proved Joey wrong and have showed that what Kendrick is doing has really proved to be great for hip-hop and where they're from. And meanwhile, at the same time as this for Joey and the East, after making this claim that they are going to be back on top, the only things that have happened ever since have included Ice Spice selling 4,000 copies of her record in its first week.
Hey man, stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
And then 504 and Lil TJ just showing that they are two of the biggest clowns to ever get famous and that their rap careers are just an absolute joke. All in all, as one side of the hip-hop world,
I ain't gonna lie, I fuck with Lil TJ, but he sounds like A Boogie. I feel like he took A Boogie whole sound and style for the most part. They sound just alike.
World is improving their pen and showing that they are a full-fledged unified force, and the other just looks straight up pathetic as the people who were picked to lead their sound and treads forward have just never looked more terrible both on and off the mic. When you just read the room, it's clear why this beef has ended up unfolding the way it has, and why guys like Kendrick Lamar did not even flinch at this track, because with Kendrick and all of the other MCs around him, They have now put in the work to receive the type of praise they are getting and to see the type of success they are seeing, and for Joey and the East, before he came for the top, he would have been better off dissing the faces of his own home, because it's clear that they don't respect hip-hop in a way that's actually beneficial for the genre, and really with everything they do. With people like Ice Spice, Lil TJ...
That's actually some great advice. For the ones who don't respect it how you respect it or see it how you see New York, you definitely should have went at them for not holding the crown. I mean, not holding the crown, but for not holding it down how New York should. When it comes to hip hop, especially since it was birthday. That's crazy.
5 Foreign and many others. Their actions are just disrespectful to what hip hop as an art form was built to do. And so now really, because of how the West has responded, it's now clear that Joey made these moves out of order in a way, because before getting things in order in his own region, he is now trying to come at the place that's on top. And now really looking at all of this, I don't just think the chances of him coming out of this moment with his career looking better are now even lower, but I think that the top guys in the West did lose respect for him, because while Joey is trying to be competitive and going MC to MC when you're not doing it like Drake is what rap's all about at its pinnacle, with this said, to try and come at someone who is at the top like Kendrick, you do need to earn that moment, and while Joey in the past has had a ton of great moments and records in his career, from being absent in the rap game for a few years before the release of this song, to even before that, despite once being in the conversation for the face of lyrical rap right alongside both Kendrick and Cole, Joey never pushed himself enough and evolved to the point where he was able to keep up with either of them. And really, when we trace through Joey's catalog and his relationship with Kendrick, if Kendrick got annoyed at Drake and Cole for what they said when they teamed up and when they tried to group them all as the big three, I'd imagine for Kendrick, while not feeling as angry towards Joey because I don't think their beef is anywhere near as serious as his and Drake's ever was, he definitely did feel a way when he heard Joey on his album 2000 try to group him, Cole, and Kendrick as the best MCs of their generation as well. Because just like why Joey didn't get a response here from Kendrick and ended up getting dissed by one of the guys who in terms of their overall resumes is at the near bottom of TDE's roster, Kendrick is telling Joey without actually saying anything that he hasn't earned even being in an actual back and forth with him yet, and now maybe if Joey comes out and releases more music with stronger disses, or if he releases a project that is genuinely incredible, this conversation can begin, and Kendrick v Joey and the East and West back and forth in this era could actually happen. But if Joey is still thinking he's going to get a response from Kendrick after 3 West Coast MCs who are affiliated with Kendrick to varying degrees already responded for everything they stand for as a whole,
he's not about to say
one of the guys who made these disses is actually speaking directly from the label that Kendrick Lamar was signed to for years.
Facts.
Well, then Joey is lost, and if the ruler's back is all he's going to try and hold this heavy title he wants up with in 2025,
it's not enough.
Well, then again, he is proving that he is trying to take titles and create moments without actually doing the proper work to earn them. So really at this point, while we don't know where this situation is going to go and if Joey will do anything to continue this back and forth, hopefully it could be a wake-up call for him to step up. Because if I was him and TDE just released a response from Ray Vaughn geared towards me and it really is an effective and worthy one at that, then I would be working on releasing the most competitive raps yet. And so now with all of this said, let me know. What do you think of this entire Joey Kendrick situation right now, and where do you think all of this is going to go from here, and who do you think released the best response track to Joey yet? Now, I can't wait to hear what you have to say, and if you made it to this point in the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe.
Hey, man. I say Ray Vaughn had the best response. Period. Hands down. Because that boy was very direct. He went at Joey for sure. And some other people. I'm not gonna say exactly who, because if you haven't seen it, I don't want to spoil it. Like I said, I did a reaction to it on my channel. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have it as one of the suggested videos at the end of this. That way you can just click on it and go from there. But he actually went in. I absolutely love his response because he was very direct, just like Kendrick was whenever he called out names and didn't hold back. And he shed light on a few things, but he definitely held it down for TDE for sure. Yo, shout out to Fantastic Hip Hop for another great video. Appreciate you. And like he said, man, if y'all made it this far in the video, make sure y'all drop a sub, drop a like, show love, man. Join this OG game. We'll love to have you a part of it. I promise you, it's free 99. It won't cost you a dime. Just a little bit of your time. Just a tap. That's it. Other than that, man, y'all know the slogan. Y'all boys be cool. How y'all be cool? Make sure y'all tell somebody you love them. Most of all, man, stay safe, stay dangerous. Until next time, we'll catch y'all on the next live. Y'all boys be easy. OG gang up.